Chapter 1. Computer Languages. Introduction. Communication is one of the most significant parts of our lives. Daily, you communicate with others to share your views and ideas. However, do you know what the most essential components of communication are? Yes, it is language. Language encompasses all the words through which you can express your emotions and share your thoughts and ideas. However, using a language they understand is essential when communicating with people. Similarly, when interacting with a computer, you must use a language it understands. It enables users to instruct the computer to perform various tasks. This chapter will teach you about programming languages that have evolved through various generations. Generations of computer languages. You have already learned in your previous classes that computers work based on instructions. The set of instructions we give to the computer is called a program, and the languages used for writing programs are called programming languages. The process of writing a program using the computer language is called programming. Programming languages have evolved for decades. The progression stages in the evolution of computer languages are referred to as generations. Each progression of languages is built on the development of the previous generation. Let us learn the 5 generations of computer languages. First generation language. The first generation language, also called machine language, is the language that is directly understood by the computer. It comprises of zeros and ones. It is very tedious and time-consuming to write programs using machine language. Machine language is also called low-level language. A program created using machine language on one computer cannot be used to run on another computer. This is why machine language is also called machine-dependent. Advantages 1. The primary advantage of using machine language is that the program can run quickly and efficiently because the CPU executes the instructions directly. 2. No translator is required. Disadvantages 1. It is tough to understand. 2. A program created on one computer cannot be used to run on another computer as it is machine dependent. Second generation language. The second generation language, or assembly language, falls into the category of low-level languages and employs mnemonic codes instead of zeros and ones. It is easier to work with assembly language than machine language since it utilizes human-readable notations, namely mnemonic codes, which convert to machine language using an assembler. Like machine language, assembly language is also machine-dependent. Advantages 1. It is easier to use and understand than machine language. 2. Writing programs using assembly language is easier than machine language. Disadvantages 1. The assembler is required to translate assembly language into machine language. 2. It is also machine dependent. A program created using assembly language on one computer cannot be used to run on another computer. 3. Slow execution speed as compared to machine language programs. Third generation language. The third generation, also known as a procedural language, is considered a high-level programming language that consists of English-like words, making it user-friendly and easy to use and learn. Writing code using third-generation languages is easier than first and second-generation languages. Unlike machine language and assembly language, third-generation languages are not machine-dependent. They are portable, meaning programs written on one computer can be executed on another. However, to execute a program written in this language, it must be translated into machine language using a translator like a compiler or interpreter. Some famous examples of third-generation high-level languages are C, Visual Basic, Java, and many more. Advantages: 1. High-level languages are user-friendly, thus, they are easy to use and understand. 2. Unlike machine and assembly languages, these languages are not machine-dependent, making them accessible on any computer. Disadvantages: 1. A language translator, compiler, or interpreter is required to translate high-level language into machine language. 2. Slow execution speed as compared to machine language and assembly programs. Fourth-generation language. The fourth-generation languages are more user-friendly and advanced than third-generation languages. These languages are commonly used for creating database applications, report generation, and rapid software development. These languages allow users to specify what has to be done rather than how it should be done, which is why they are also called non-procedural languages. Examples of fourth-generation languages are SQL, PHP, Perl, etc. Fourth-generation language. The fourth-generation languages are more user-friendly and advanced than third-generation languages. These languages are commonly used for creating database applications, report generation, and rapid software development. These languages allow users to specify what has to be done rather than how it should be done, which is why they are also called non-procedural languages. Examples of fourth-generation languages are SQL, PHP, Perl, etc. Advantages: 1. Fourth-generation languages are non-procedural languages. 2. Like third-generation languages, these languages are also not machine-dependent. Disadvantages: a language translator, compiler, or interpreter is required to translate high-level language into machine language. Fifth-generation language. The fifth-generation languages are the latest computer languages built on artificial intelligence, natural language processing, NLP, and artificial neural networks. These languages are more efficient and versatile than third and fourth generation languages and could aid in developing more robust, accessible, and efficient software. These programming languages have built-in features, allowing users to create applications with minimal coding. Some examples of fifth-generation languages are Mercury, OPS5, Prolog, etc. Language translators. A language translator is software that converts a program written in a high-level language into machine language. The program or code written using high-level language is called source code, and when it is converted to machine language, it is called object code. A high-level language is easy for humans to work with but difficult for the computer to understand, as computers understand only machine language that comprises zeros and ones. So it is essential to use a language translator, making programs more accessible to understand when translated. There are three types of language translators: assembler, compiler, and interpreter. Assembler